Bam. Close enough. Told you there'd be another one. So this is technically a COVID and coffee, but I just didn't title it COVID and coffee, so maybe that might confuse people. Just had the DBXL-E 2.0 from LOSI out on the backyard track. And we're calling this RC Editing Footage Complete. The RC Guy Garage My Way, something like that. What I'm going to do is, this is probably going to be a boring video, so on your way out, before you leave right now, go ahead and hit a thumbs up and then just get out of here and go watch something more interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my process, because people have been asking. And I figured, hey, people were asking, hey, you know, what about a second live today? So here you go. Here's your second live COVID and coffee, even though that's not what it is. I am going to literally, I just literally came in, did the computer thing, set stuff up. I've got my cameras fresh off of the vehicle. The stuff is actually still connected to all its stuff, so I'm just going to show you the process. You do, at least I do. Where's my, am I already messing up? Where's my memory card thing? Well, there's supposed to be a memory card thing here. So this is one of the things I'm going to need. Now, I tossed around whether if I was going to download a certain kind of GoPro footage, and I most likely will. So, and what it does is it uses the GoPro's GPS. And for this particular video that I'm going to create, I'm going to do that. Now, this could be like a 6-hour live. So, you know, feel free to hop in, say what's up, watch a commercial or two, and then hop right back out and go do something normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see how this is going to be like fun, but this is a necessary step, at least for me. If you want to do YouTube videos the Guyified way, which there's probably a lot faster way to do it than I do it, but I'm going to show you my process, how I do it, why I say some of the things that I do. And yeah, if it helps somebody out there, if it shows you, shows you my issues that I have working on this footage. And obviously we're in the kitchen, so at some point my wife is going to be coming home and there's going to be commotion in the kitchen and I'm going to have to get up and do stuff, but I'm going to leave it live. So you're going to hear everything. You're going to kind of see everything at least. I'm going to put the camera like kind of like behind me kind of thing, just so I can focus it on the screen. Like I said, there's going to be way better stuff to do than to sit here and watch this. But if you are interested, here you go. So we're going to start. All right. So this is what I've got. So I'm going to pop this on just so I can get that out of here. Access now. Come on, access now. Come on. What are you doing? I don't want that junk. No, I can't even find my own video now. See? All right, here's where it starts. I can't even find my own video. All right, here we go. Is this it? No, it's sideways. That ain't it. Videos. All videos. See, look it. This is how it begins. COVID and coffee, wrong. YouTube, back out of here. Go find regular YouTube. See if I can find my video, which it doesn't look like it's showing up. Hey, there we go. Do I have an ad? Hey, look at that. Now, see? Now we're getting some good ads here. You know what I mean? Come on. You know you want one of those. Come on, guy. Skip ad. I'm just going to have it kind of running in the background here, just so I can see, like, comments and whatever. I'll try to pay attention. Most likely I won't be able to, but anyways, here's my process. So I've obviously got, so this is what I took out, less this. This was just in my pocket so that I could operate the GoPros, because one of the GoPros was placed into a position where I couldn't access it. So that kind of might give you a little bit of a clue as to what's going on here. Now, I had way more like things in my head, but I figured that would make it a way more complicated video. And because this was literally the first time I took a car on the backyard track after Big Black had its way with the track, yeah, there were unknowns. Now, I take a vehicle such as this one out there to what I call groom the track. So Big Black goes in. Big Black does all the heavy lifting, right? Because that's what Big Black is for. Big Black does all the tough work that I don't want to do. And then what I'll go in is I'll go in with like a rake, and I'll like rake up some grass and get out some rocks. There's actually still some rocks that are still back there. But I take out like a DBXL-E because that grooms the track. That kind of dictates whether or not if I have to change the track. And I'll tell you right now, no, sir. I definitely don't need to change this track. This track is going to be a 1/5 scale performing track along with all the other vehicles. So I actually can't wait to take the DB Pro out on that track, because I think the DB Pro is gonna, I would think it's gonna manage those jumps, man. That jump is pretty good size for a backyard track. So, all right. So we did take out 2 GoPros. These are GoPro Sessions. These are GoPro 7s. 128 megabytes. None of that matters. 128 big gigabyte cards. 2 ways to do it. Pop them out, plug it in through the side port that's right here, and then go on quick and then download, you know, your footage onto there, onto the never-ending thing there. Then I also have my Note 8, which is this thing right here, and that is stuck to my controller. So I'm just basically, like I said, this is going to be the most boring video that you've ever seen. It's literally just going to show start to finish. So here we go. I might not talk. I don't know. We'll see. You guys would probably like it if I didn't talk, wouldn't you? Oh. We don't want to show that. We don't want to show that iced tea right there. But we do want to show that glass. So this is a special edition glass right here. So my wife actually was able to grab a couple of these. These are nice iced tea glasses. So what I would say is let's turn the camera a little bit. We'll turn it like that. And you can crack yourself open a nice iced tea. Oh, isn't that such a nice sound? Because you're always going to have the iced tea. So we got a freshly poured iced tea to help us with our job. That definitely helps, because it can be pretty monotonous doing videos. So here we go. All right, how do I do this? All right. So I'll show you what I do. We'll get that iced tea opener out of the way. Remember, this is iced tea. Iced tea, YouTube. That's not what you think it is. It's iced tea. All right, so GoPro's right here. This is the way I do it. I got to figure out. So this one right here is going to be a regular download. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the card out of the bottom because I don't need the GPS footage. So popping the card out of it and literally just putting it right into the computer is going to be definitely the way faster way to go. Always be careful with your cards. This is gold right here. We're going to pop that into the back of the Mac. And then you'll see on the Mac, something should pop up. So you see a screen popped up. All right. So how can I do this? I literally just want to like have the camera somewhat like this or something, so you guys can like see like the monotony of it. It doesn't look the best, but I think this is the way it's going to have to be in order for like, I don't know, in order for it to like work. This is weird. I don't even know if this is going to work. I think it will. It'll take me a couple seconds. Have patience here. Have patience, will you? I wish I could do like picture something, but I can't. So yes, there is going to be a glare. So you saw that we took the card and we stuck it in the back of the Mac. And for the Mac, this shows up. It shows like footage. So it looks like we got 4 minutes and 57 seconds on one clip and 4 minutes and 52 seconds on another clip. So over here, over here, what it does is it says add to an existing event. Now, I actually don't want to do that because what I do want to do is I'm going to stop this whole process and I am going to literally get rid of all of this junk because for some strange reason, we had some corrupt footage in here and the Mac noticed it. So I basically have to delete all of this stuff here. So I'm just going to go through and delete a couple of things here. You'll see notifications and stuff popping up from YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. So let's see. It's not going to allow me to put that in the trash. So I should be able to put it in, locate it in Finder. So come on. Yeah, see. It's already happening. Close library, reveal in Finder, and I'm literally just going to junk that footage. So here it is right here, okay? So that right there, I am junking. I'm going to put that in the trash. I'm done with it because some kind of corrupt file, some kind of issue. Here's another EXP bundle. Not exactly sure. I think I'll dump that too. And then right there, another EXP bundle. I'll dump that as well. Now I'm leaving the ending alone. Now let's open up the Final Cut Pro again. Now these should all of a sudden just disappear, provided I did it right. Empty trash. Am I sure I want to permanently erase these items? Yes, please. So now I'm going to go over to my little thing up there, my little Apple symbol. I'm going to do about this Mac. The only reason why I'm doing that is I want to see how I'm doing on storage. Look at that. So because of doing that, I have a 3.12 terabyte Fusion drive. And now that I got rid of all that junk, I now just basically allowed my computer to have 2.71 terabytes of info. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to help the computer in its thinking process. At least that's what I'm thinking. So now the only thing that should be here, I believe it's what it's called my ending. So if I go up here, there it is. So now this is what's called my ending. Because this is that whole thing of where I'm putting everything together so that where I end my videos, this is going to be how my videos end so it stays on the computer itself. So I'll leave that there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up to the top. I'm going to click File, and I'm going to click New, and go. See, like I said, there were going to be noises. My wife just came home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new library, which is going to open up a new library over there. I'm going to title it, what do I want to title this? I'll title this DBXL-E. All right, DBXL-E. Click Save. This is, like I said, this is going to be the whole process. So now I can start to import media. All right, so I'm going to import media. I already know that this is some of the footage that I want. So import all. Now it's going to import that into there. Now I can also rename that, which I probably will. So when you go over here, I should be able to, I believe, rename that. Watch, I can't. All right. Well, I guess not. See what I mean? Well, we're going to leave that just like that. And I'm gonna go to file again, new. I'm gonna create an event, and I'm gonna name this event something different. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the card that's in here. I'm actually gonna leave this in here, and I'm gonna plug this GoPro in. Right, Riff, this video probably won't even help you. So wipe all the dirt off. Obviously the access door is right here. So bring that out. I take my plug. I've already got a wire in the back of my computer, and I'm going to plug it in. And if it doesn't automatically recognize, like turn the GoPro on, I'll have to turn the GoPro on. But it may automatically recognize. Or I may have to turn it on. So it looks like it's just charging, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. There we go. So now something should pop up. There we go. So now we've got footage that's actually in there, but what I actually want is I want this to happen. So see how quick just opened? So this is a program that GoPro recommends that you download. I usually didn't even waste my time with it, but because of the feature that the GoPro has with its GPS, this particular camera, this one right here that's hooked up, this one I wanted its GPS information with the footage that it's now going to download. So now I'm going to import the files. And it's obviously going to do, this is going to take like forever. So I'm going to back out of this. I'm going to minimize it so that it goes down in the bottom tray. Do you need help, hon?
Yeah. Too late now.
So I'm going to X all this stuff out. Minimize this because obviously I don't want to X out the stream. Going to leave that alone. Now I'm going to take the camera that's actually on my controller. I'm going to take that off. Now what I should do is get a secondary wire so I can plug in my phone, because right now this one is using that USB wire. Oops. There we go. I'm going to grab another USB wire. Should have another one here somewhere. Right here. Plug in my phone. It's going to ask like stuff. Now see how it says can't access the device? So I have to wake up the phone, swipe it up, say allow. Go to Android file transfer. Now see, this is going to be a disaster trying to do this. All right. Now I have to go into what's called Android file transfer. What is it doing? Yeah. It's not going to open up. See what I mean? It's not going to open up a second window. All right. Well, yes, that's not going to work. See what I mean? See what I'm telling you? I'm telling you. This is the stuff that they have to deal with. This is. I'm no pro here. That's why I said you can just like laugh along with me here as I try to struggle to do all my editing on my videos. I wasn't joking. I really wasn't joking. Maybe if I was more skilled. I don't know. Let's see. All right, I guess we'll minimize that. We'll throw this on here. You can see we got some footage. So what I can start doing is I can start placing, I think, this footage in. I think. You know, I wonder if this is not going to work. All right. Well, we'll close that out. And I don't think my computer will read the memory card that's in the Samsung because Samsung and Apple don't like each other. Yeah! Knew this was going to be a mistake. All right. How about if we just cancel that for now? We'll check on Quick. We'll see how Quick is doing. Oh, import complete. Are you kidding me? Nah, that can't be right. Media? What? It actually did it that quick? No way. Nah, this can't be right. Wow, it did. But one's missing, though. No, it's not. There's two. 1, 2. Okay, I don't know what that is. All right. All right. So I think, you got to bear with me. I think I click onto that footage.
Oh, we got.
To stop it. Gonna go over to create a clip. Now, this is a stupid way of doing it, but this is just the way GoPro is, all right?
GoPro on?
No, I don't want GoPro on. I'm gonna extend the clip all the way. Make sure it's all the way. And gonna go, I think, to the cog. Oh. All right. So I'm already forgetting here. Reasons. Open in create mode, or do I just double click? Oh, there we go. I think that's it. All right, so this is what I wanted. Now back that up. I'm gonna add gauges. Oh no, I'm not adding gauges to this, am I? No, see, never mind. Cancel. I can't add gauges to. Oh, I mean, I could. Hey, you want to see what gauges look like? Oh my God. How about our speedometer? All right. So that would show the speedometer of me walking around the track. Oh my God, this is not going to work. Dang it. All right. So let's see. How am I going to? Well, I don't even know what I'm doing here. All right. Open up quick. We're going to add media again. Let's find it. Okay, fine. We'll find it. Hero black right there. Hey, there we go. No files to import. Now, why is that? Why is it saying no files to import? What do you mean no files to import? I know there's files on there. See what I mean? Told you. I told you. All right. What happens if I do that? No. Power it off. Oh, for the love of God. All right. Unplug it. We'll plug it back in. Come on. Auto recognize. Hey, look at that. Now it's doing it. So now it's auto importing. I don't know why it's auto importing now. J.O., what's going on, guy? Riff Raff. All right, we'll see you later, Thunder RC. So it's literally going to take 10 hours to download this footage. So we are not going to download it this way. I don't want it that way. We'll open up quick again just so that we can like monitor it. So that's literally, you can see like that's the camera icon for Hero 7 Black. That's the memory card icon for the Hero 7 Black. I knew I'd eventually get it. It just takes me a little bit. Even though I've literally been doing footage like for quite a while now. So I'm just going to minimize that. Open this up. How about if we just watch our intro? So this is obviously the outro. And what I do is I tweak this. So I obviously have gaps in sections of footage where, if you've noticed, I've been slowly modifying and changing. There are certain things obviously I want to keep in. Like, I mean, look at that. Look at the rock. Like the rock just following the whole thing. It's all the stuff your eyes don't see. Like this one right here coming up. Is this it? Oh, this ain't it. Nah, see, it didn't transfer. So there's a cut in here that's supposed to be here that's not here now. Dang. So this is obviously, you guys know, this is what I use for my ending. Using Final Cut Pro. Did you ever look up DaVinci Resolve? Rift to the Raft? Oh, excuse me. All right. So now we can back out of there. We'll go check our quick, see how it's looking. The quick is not quick. Oh, wait a minute. I guess it is quick. Oh, my God. Yeah. All right. So right there, that's the footage we want right there. All right. I think you get a clue of what I did this time. So I want to enable gauges. All right. So I think we'll do speedometer. I don't know if I want to do GPS path this time. I might just do speedometer. There is a speed tracker. We can check it out. We can always like go in and get rid of things. So they've got the GoPro logo. You got info cluster, speed tracker, GPS path, which is nice because it'll actually show where I went, like as far as on the path. So wherever the vehicle is, it'll actually show it. It'll draw it on the path, which is kind of neat. G-force is kind of cool. Maybe, you know what? Yeah, why not? Let's throw a G-force on there. I don't think we're going to need the speed tracker. So we'll just make it simple. We'll just throw those two on there. Let's see. Is that all I want? Yeah, I think so. Let's look at the info cluster. We'll see what that looks like. So here you go. So here is, so the info cluster is actually over here. All right. So we could take that and maybe put it in. You'd have to have a dark location. So see, what you'd have to do is for that info tracker, that thing right there. And you can, you know, change like the size and all that stuff. I don't think you could change the font or anything, but you'd want to put it into a place where you could see it, because obviously it's, you know, white letters. I don't think you can. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can modify it. Then the speedometer, same thing. The G-force tracker. I don't know where we could put that. Put that on the roof. Yeah, maybe on the roof right there. See how it's kind of like centerized right there? So that little dot will basically show you the G's that the car went through. Now the speedometer's right here. We can size that up as well. This one might be a little difficult. Might try putting it there. But you have to remember is that, you know, wherever you put this, you want to make sure it can be seen clearly, like have a dark background. You know what I mean? So I think we'll go with that. So we'll go with GPS there. Or not GPS. We'll go with the speed tracker there. That way it's got a nice black background. The info tracker, which is here, which gives miles or distance, altitude in feet, elevation, gain. So obviously level playing field right here. What this should show is it should show the elevation gain from where it is. And obviously it shows what time. Well, that's actually wrong, but yeah, I don't think the thing was like synced up or anything. So that's the wrong time. But is it even the right date? Yeah, it's the right date, but the wrong time. So, and then on this, what do I have to do now? I click save or something? More options. Open and create mode. There's like a save, I think, here somewhere. Back to media. Get that out of here. Oh, where did it go? Edits. Oh, no. All right, so it's there. All right, so it looks like it. Now I just have to figure out how to save it. So I think maybe create a clip is what I have to do. So that's probably what I have to do is create a clip. Yeah, that's what I had to do. So now that the information's on there, you have to create the clip. So obviously now the clip is technically created. The only thing that's weird is that there's no controls. And then what I'll do is I'll save this clip as is. I want to save it as a new clip, and I can change what it's going to be. Quality right now is 1080 at 60 frames per second. That's actually a great quality. So we can save this as a different name, and I'll do DBXL POV. Or is it first person view? Is it FPV? FPV. What if I do FPV? That's first person view. What was POV? Point of view? Save, and then now it's saving to edits. Oh, it's hard for you, right? It's hard for you to install in Linux, right? So obviously that's going to take a little bit of time. But now we can access this thing. We should be able to. Cannot access the device. So I'll unlock it. Try it again. All right, so it's not, it doesn't like the fact that the GoPro is actually connected. So we're good on that. Connect this up. Now it should like recognize. There we go. Allow access. So now we know that our information is in the card. We're going to DCIM camera. I'm going to scroll down to obviously where it says 715, and I'm going to basically just grab all of these MP4s that are right there. So starting from there, all the way down to the bottom. And I'm just going to drag that right into, I have a folder that's down at the corner. You can't see it, but it's there. And then you can see that that was almost pretty close to 5.5. It was a little over 5.5 gigabytes of information that we just did. And that was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. I can't count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 files that we're pulling out of this, and we're actually going to put it into the computer itself. So while that's doing that, and you can see this is working here, saving to edits. Now, what's important is I usually start off with this footage right here. So everything, this is my primary. So this is what I consider my primary camera. The reason why is because this has also the best audio. This is just the way I do it. This is usually what's on the controller. So that's why I call it my primary camera. These cameras are just the secondary cameras, the GoPros. All right. So this is going to take a bit. Hopefully roll that beautiful intro again. So this is cut to where the other footage was supposed to come in. Scruffy Page, what's going on, guy? Roll that beautiful bean footage. You know it, man. Well, since when have you seen a DB Pro do a backflip? You saw that, right? Watch. I think another one's coming up. No, that's a kaiju. There is another DB Pro backflip. That was so consistent. It was just a straight jump. Now, you see how it was stuttering? It's because the computer's being overworked right now. Backflip. Damn, perfect landing. I like this one. The thing literally, the wheelie bar slammed me in the shin. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Now, I could have color graded that other one a little bit better. Give it the punch that these colors have. This is from the Note. Okay, so this is GoPro. You can see the difference. GoPro, like kind of GoPro here. The punchy colors, for some reason, are actually the Note.
Hi. Right.
Mad Van, man. That thing is awesome. I love all the Sahara dust clouds here. Well, I'm showing you how to edit today, guy. This is it. This is This is the RC Guy Garage way of editing. Like, I already was messing up, and I just, even when it comes to a computer, just get out there and rip it. You know what I mean? How do you rip a computer? I don't know, guys. I'm gonna try.
So I was having more serious issues. Just looking for my sweater.
All right.
Plug in so I can. Are you a guy?
All right. I think we're kind of tuned in. This isn't going to be the best, but this is the best that I can do. You know what I mean? This is the RC Guy Garage way of doing things. It's all messed up. All right, so minimize that. I want to see how this is doing. So we've got still GoPro footage saving to edits. This is just about done. We're at 4 and climbing gigabytes. We only got 5.5 gigs, so we're already at almost like 4 3/4 of the way. That's the toughest part, man, is finding the time. Right, you learn by doing it, exactly. But I figured I'd just show my way. So you'll see, like, this is the raw. So you're gonna see like the whole process, and then you're literally just gonna see like a 10-minute video. So we're gonna be here, guy. We're gonna be here for hours. Okay, we're gonna be here for hours just for 10 minutes worth of a YouTube video. That's what's great. Yeah, hours, guy. We're gonna be here for hours. You're gonna smell dinner, everything. All right, so that's that. Now that's done. So now and Alexa talks to me like all day long. Oh, all right, we got that one open. I don't know what's going on here. We're gonna add a gauge to that. So what did we add before? We added an info cluster, we added a speedometer, and we added a G-force. We'll save that. So bam, now that's on there. Now I want to scale up the things and put it to where it was. We'll put our G-force thing right there. Make it a little big so it's visible. Little G-force thing there. We got this little, whatever this was, info cluster. We'll put that right there so it can be visibly seen. That way you'll be able to see miles. See, we're already negative feet in altitude from where we were prior. And that's just this thing knowing where it is right now. Speedometer, we'll crank that up, make that a little bit bigger. Put it over here. That way you can see it better. Boom. So there you go. So we got the speedometer and everything's out of the way, right? Hopefully all of this stuff just kind of stays out of the way, and that way you can see the action going through the windows. So right now in this particular thing, this is like being in the back seat. You know what I mean? And now I'm going to go to create a clip. Make sure that that's all the way out. Make sure that's all the way out. Click save. And then this will go through the whole save process. So what did I name the other one? DBXL. And I did FPV, right? So FPV 2.
Yeah.
All right, I am back. So obviously that's saving to edits. Now we can go check our other footage. Now that I can see that that's blue, now I know it's ready to rip. So we can jump out of here. I can X that out, go back into Final Cut Pro. Now I can import my footage into, let's make this big. Make that nice and big. Now I want to go to File, New, a new event. Now this time I'll actually name the event the proper thing. So I'll name this event Note 8, because this will be my Note 8 footage. And that way it just makes it easier so I can switch in between things and pull like footage, like pull my GoPro footage, which obviously I probably should have like done that ahead of time, but I can pull my GoPro footage, which I already know what that is. I'll be able to pull my Note 8 footage, and then there'll be another event that's in that library thing there that I'll obviously call the FPV or whatever you call it. So I'll change that right there. I'll change that to Note 8. Import the media. I got to go to my desktop. Now you can see in my desktop right here, I'll go down and I go to what's called File 2. This, like, literally, this is all I do. Untitled. There's probably way easier ways to do this, but this is just the way I do it. I look at the dates, and I know July 15th, all that footage I want. So I'll click on the last one that I see that was a 15, right before the 14. I'll go all the way up to the top. I'll hit Shift, and then click my mouse. Bam. Highlights the whole thing. Now, that's the only footage that it's going to import. So it's going to import all that footage onto there. What Garmin do I have? So the Garmin that I have is the Fortrex 601. Other than that, I am still going to use the Sky RC GPS, just because I want to have two. I want to be able to like compare the two. So I'm gonna, because I'm going that route of like speed ripping, I want to make sure that I give like an accuracy. Supposedly the Fortrex 601 and the 401, supposedly those are very accurate. And that's the reason why I got it. They are a couple of bucks, but okay, this is the way I also have to look at it, okay? With how all this stuff is going on, this YouTube stuff for me, you got to use this stuff as tools. So that's how I've always looked at things. Do you know what I mean? Like, whenever you buy a tool, well, I mean, unless you can't afford it right now, just use obviously common sense. But right now, there's a certain amount of things that I'm able to get, so I'm going to get it now. And then it's just going to boost things. It's going to boost performance. It's going to boost maybe not necessarily my speed, because my speed is still going to be slow because I'm not like very in tune with all this computer stuff. Slowly learning, but I bet if I gave this footage to somebody else, like, they could probably put together a video way faster than I do. So let's get back to the 6-hour live stream. I'm literally going to be eating dinner doing this live. Hey, have dinner with me. You'll be able to see what my wife cooks. All right, I think we're there. I wish I could make this like more normal, but I can't, because I want to be able to see it too. You know? I think that's good. That pretty much fills the screen. There's only a little bit of a corner here that's junk. So, all right. All right. You're going to start your dinner? Guy. Nice. Dinner with Riff? Dude, you should video it. Riff. Dinner with Riff. All right. So now I'm going to check the quick again. So we're going to open up the quick. We're going to see how it's doing so we can see that it's still, you know, dragging its feet. I'll go back to my Final Cut Pro. Now I'm going to start importing into the timeline. So because we're actually in a different library, I'm going to stay in that library because that's where everything's going. This ending right here, that almost worked the way I wanted it. The only one thing that I messed up was the fact that I'm missing a piece of footage, but I still retain that footage because I still have it. So I didn't throw it in the trash yet. So let's see. Did I empty the trash? Yes, I did. So I'm going to expand this out just a touch. Come on. Expand that out a little bit just so I can see what footage I'm dealing with. And I'm going to actually take this and move that like that. That way I get at least a nice window to work with so I can see my footage over here. And I'll also be able to see the footage that I'm going to start importing. So like I said, you're going to see all this stuff. Like, look at that. Look at that. Would you just look at that? Look at that. You guys are seeing stuff that you're not supposed to be seeing. Look at that. I mean, would you just look at that? You know what that thing's doing. So, all right. That was a sneak peek right there. DBXL-E 2.0 ripping it on the backyard track. So I'm going to, yeah, see, there you go. You guys are seeing all the stuff. So I'm actually going to throw headphones on so that you can't hear nothing. Well, so you can't hear this part. That way there's a little bit of mystery still in the footage that actually you'll watch, maybe. Maybe if you like the channel. All right. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for something. I got up for a reason. Why did I get up? I can't even remember now. I don't. Oh, headphones. You might need my headphones. Well, you know what? Maybe I could leave. You know what? I'll leave it. I'll leave it open. That way you can really hear and see and all this other stuff. But it's going to be like monotonous. So 6 hours of editing just to get to like a 10-minute video, if that. I don't even know if this is going to be a 10-minute video. All right.
All right.
See, I'm already making myself laugh here. All right, so I'm going to go into File, New Project. Now, this is the important part. It's not a big deal right now because you can always change it when you upload it to YouTube. But right now, I want to give my project a name. So it's saying Untitled Project. I want to give it a name. I don't need to change any of the settings because literally the first clip that I put in is what the settings are going to be. And I had it set for 1080 at 60 frames per second, and that's good enough for me. Riff, we had to use the permanent hammer yesterday. Right. Yeah, huh? Riff Raff missed the piece of garbage that came in. All right, so Untitled Project, what do I want to call this? LOSI, because that's what it is. LOSI DBXL-E 2.0. And one of the things I think I noticed is it won't do the 2.0. It'll probably pop up a thing that says you can't do it, but I'll be able to change it later. So LOSI DBXL-E 2.0. Ripping the new backyard track. How about that? So ripping the new, I'll do that in capitals, new backyard track. And then hopefully it'll actually like that. And see how it's putting it in event note 8? I think I'll leave that like that. Or do I want to change it? No, I'll leave it like that. Bam, because that's my primary footage. So everything is going to be in what's called my primary. So now I can take this right here. Now I could highlight everything and import it, which that's probably what I should do, but I am actually noticing a discrepancy. So see that footage right there? Apparently at one point what I did is I must have moved the camera. So when I started it back up, I must have had the phone at an angle to where it thought I was doing portrait mode. Now that stinks, because the only reason why I say that is because I end up having to, in post is what this is called, I end up having to turn it. And when you turn it, for some reason, Final Cut Pro doesn't crop it right if you try to crop it. So if you try to crop the modified picture, it shows it to you as, yeah, I don't know. It shows it just does it weird. So I don't know how else to explain it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to highlight the whole thing. There's probably an easier way. So you can see we ended carrying it and we began carrying it. Now I'm just going to take it and drag it into the timeline. And I have everything snapped. So there's a little snap thing over here. It's called the magnetic timeline. So when I put a piece of footage in, it will snap like to that next point. Now I can shut that off and then I can move footage to where I want it to go, leave gaps and do all that stuff. But I like the magnetic timeline way better. Earl Moorhead just uploaded a video. Let's go check that out. I can't leave that alone. We're going to pause it. I'm going to mute it. So jump out of here and go check Earl Moorhead's latest and greatest video. It's the ARRMA 8. It's the ARRMA Creighton 8S Spectrum rugged programming issues. So that's going to be something I'm going to need to watch. So I'm not going to play this because I know I'll get a strike. So, but go watch that. Get out of here. Don't stay here. This is no fun. All right. So now there's a gap. See how there's a gap? Right? Oh. Now that's a perfect place to drag and drop one of these filters. And I'm going to expand the timeline to where when it opens, all right. See? Making my way out to why do I hear something talking in the background? Oh, I got this garbage going. Cancel. What the heck is going here? Something's going. Oh, the saved footage is ready. See what I mean? All right. So now that saved footage is right there. It's in media. It's saved. You can see the two new files right there. And what I could do is I think I could just go to recents. And yeah, it's not there. So I guess I got to go to edits. So there's the edited footage. Where it's saved, get info. It is saved right there. DBXL-E FPV MP4. So I can click it, and there it is. So now it'll show me where it is in my computer, and then I can basically take that and drag it into my timeline or whatever, drag it into a file. But I have to remember it's Hero 7 Black 1. Guy, Earl, what's going on, guy? Did you see your intro? I had your intro up, telling everybody to get out of here and go watch your video because this is going to be boring. All right, so at least we know where that is. Learning a thing or two. Yeah, right. Learning a thing or two because RC Guy Garage doesn't know a thing or two. No idea what language I'm using. It's called Bostonian. It's called Bostonian, guy. All right, so that's usually how I'll do it. And then sometimes what I'll also do is watch this. So because we have such a big black screen, okay, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a little bit of what I call an overlay on here. And what that is I'm going to go into import media. Okay. Now, because this is working off of my main footage, I'm going to go to desktop. I'm going to get out of there, go to desktop. I'm going to scroll down until I find what's called, I think, FXP something or logos. I think there's a logo right here. So logos. All right. So watch. Now see, that's technically a logo. What it is, that's a transparent. That's the DX5 rugged I've got. Spectrum. I might grab that. So what I'm going to do is I'll click on that. Import selected. That's going to import that into the timeline. Now that's not the only thing that I want. I could have picked other things by hitting my control, but there's a spectrum. Hobao, board, thumbs up. That thing is actually cool because that's a GIF. So that actually moves. See? So I might import that. I don't know. Looks kind of corny. Right there. LOSI, race inspired. Now, this is a PNG. So this has a transparent background. So everything that's black, like all this black, all that black. I think this is all like the color, but all the black background is just, yeah, transparent. So I'll import that. All right. Because I've got like this black screen right here, then I can take the smart technology and I can overlay that and I'll put a fade onto the front of it and I'll get rid of the rear. So, and I want to bring the opacity down or opacity, whatever you want to call it. I might make this smaller because it looks way too big. So I'll transform it. I'll change its size. That way it's in the center. So now it'll fade in and out. And I can change the midpoints of that fade. So, like, see how it fades like way too fast when I'm doing this? So I'll click that right there. And I'll click on it. And I can actually change the hold and change where that midpoint is. Now, see how it's showing up? Now watch now. See the difference? See how it slowly fades? Right? Now I'll probably change this. Because I don't like the way that one came out. So I'll click that. I'll change the hold again. And I'll change the midpoint to way on this backside. See how it slowly does it? See how it's much slower? It just has a better look. So I'm going to crank that like all the way. So it's got a nice slow fade out. And I think I'll minimize it. Now I can drag the LOSI one in, and it's going to share that fade. We'll bring it up like that. Now, see, I don't like how it did that. That was a little bit too much. So I may have to change the midpoint to point blank the midpoint. Now that LOSI is way too big. So I'm going to transform that, make that smaller, and it will stay in the middle. I'm going to drag another black fade onto it. Now, I actually don't like, it's too punched up for me. So I'm going to change the opacity, bring it down a little bit so that it's like a fade. Now, let's see. Do I like that? I don't. So I'm going to actually increase this. Change that. I'm going to scrub through it real quick so I can scrub through. Now, see what I'm not liking. I think I'll have to change that to there. So what I don't like is I don't like it showing the footage behind. But maybe that's okay.
All right.
I think I would actually have to change this section. So I think if I drag that in, nah, I can't. So I'd have to actually put a black solid in before this footage so I could get a proper fade, because this fade on the bottom is too stretched out. What happens is it's fading, but maybe I can actually change the midpoint. So if I'm right here and I don't want to see me coming through the LOSI, I think I can change that midpoint to literally at the end.
All right.
All right, so now I can change the hold because I do want it to fade in, probably in the middle of this on the timeline. So we'll click it, change the hold, change the midpoint till it just starts to show up. Maybe. Does it show up? All right, so I'm still faded. So I want to get rid of that. Maybe that will work. There we go. Yeah, that works.
All right.
All right. I like that. That's my intro. And then the next thing to do would actually to put some type of sound in there.
Right.
Because what I don't want to do is I want to have like something that like is like a wind noise that, you know what I mean? Something that kind of like draws in, draws out, draws in, draws out. So I'll go to sound. I'll go to like maybe like whooshes. Whoosh. Oh, sound effects. Whoops. So see, I have all those whoosh sound effects here. Hear it all? So let's drag that one and see what that looks like. Or hear what it sounds like. Come on. Move over here. It's being a pill. Come on. Drag. Why'd you drag it? Didn't want to drag. There we go.
Kobe, come on, it's too cold.
I like that one. So I add a second one. Do the same thing. I gotta line up the footage.
All right. Making my way out to the backyard track. This is definitely the best way to carry your LOSI DBXL-E 2.0. Just throw it right on your back and just, I don't know, what do they call it? Hoof it out to the backyard track. So we did manicure that track just a little bit. Now I've got to get this beast like off of my shoulder because it takes like 2 arms and yeah, one of them's holding the camera. So anyways, if you want to watch this episode from RC Guy Garage, we're going to see how the DBXL-E 2.0 can manage portions of the new track in the.
Now see? Now that's an edit. That's an edit that I'll like take out of it because obviously I messed up.
we're gonna see how the DBXL-E 2.0.
I'm hungry, but I don't want to overdo stuff that I want to cook. Are you going to be done so I can cook? You're not going to be done?
Do you need this area right here? Do you need this area right here? Oh. All right. So what I will do, all right, well, I'm going to give the kitchen back to her. So I'm going to end this live stream where it is. So we will see you guys later. And like I always say, I always tell you to get out there and rip it because, yeah, at point blank is what you should do. And, yeah, we're just going to end the live stream right here. Thanks for coming, guys. Maybe we'll come back to it.